Hey guys, it's mkos back with another tip for Apex Legends. Do you want a consistent super glide without having to buy a Wooting keyboard or use configs? Check out the rest of this video to turn any keyboard into a Wooting keyboard. Many people have been resorting to using configs to superglide, but not only is this looked down on by the movement community, it is really bad for your frame timings. Using FPS max commands to adjust your FPS creates sporadic results and can even mess with NVIDIA Reflex or G-Sync. You've probably seen many of the pros or well-known content creators using the Wooting keyboard instead. Well, the Wooting keyboard is basically creating a delay on a key press by adjusting its actuation point. If one actuation of a key is different than the other, you effectively have a delay when you press both at the same time. Well, now you don't need to buy a Wooting. For the first time, you can turn any keyboard into a Wooting keyboard. I've been testing this method with a few others for around 3 months and it has worked flawlessly without fail. So now I'm going to share this with you guys. What you're going to want to do is head over to autohotkey.com and download AHK. Don't worry, we won't be making any macros. We are simply going to add a delay to your crouch button using the performance timer. Once you have that downloaded and installed, you are going to open Notepad and paste a script from the description into it. Save it as wooting.ahk or superglide.ahk, whatever you want. Just make sure to save the file type as all files. Alright, let's get into the script. The first section is just performance settings for AHK. This will make sure your keyboard is responsive with the game frame timing. The second section is the delay performance, which uses the performance counter to precisely delay for 1 frame in order to get consistent super glides. Any other sleep method is not going to work. We've tested this thoroughly. And lastly, we have the binds. This is where you will set your crouch keybind. If your keybind for crouch is not C, you are going to want to change this here. There's 4 spots you need to change it. The first one is at the top. Another one a little ways down, one at get key state, and finally the last one at send input back up. Ideally, you want crouch to be close to your jump so that you can press both at the same time. Once you're all set up, head over to Moki Sniper's Superglide Trainer. You can confirm if your delay is good for you or not. This script delay is configured for 190 frames per second. Make sure to put your keybinds in frames per second in on the Superglide Trainer. If you're not getting consistent results, you can try to lower or raise your sleep timer by increments of 1 to fine-tune the delay. Remember, even when you're using this and playing the game, if you mess up and hit both keys at a different angle or are inconsistent, you will not hit your super glides. All this script does is emulate a Wooting keyboard, adding a small 1-frame delay to your crouch bind. It's my hope that this setup gets your super glides as consistent as a Wooting keyboard. Thanks for watching. See you next time.